Yeah, good morning, guys. So let's continue our topic called taxation of dividend. Okay, and under that, today's topic will be covering deemed dividend concept. Deemed dividend. बोले तो even though it is not a dividend, income tax treat it as dividend. Even though they are not dividend, department or central government treat those transactions as dividend, which is covered under section 2 subsection 22 clause A, clause B, clause C, clause D, clause E. Clause E we have completed, that is advance or loan given to shareholder who holds more than 10% or third party on or for the benefit of shareholder or any concern where shareholder has substantial into the 20% sharing. Then company will pay the tax at 34.944%, and for shareholder it is exempt. 115 BBD also will not apply. Okay. Now we'll start with the first section. Under that, section 2 subsection 22 clause A. Section 2 subsection 22 clause A, that is distribution of assets to shareholders. Don't copy, I'll give you time. Scenario: value of DD, deemed dividend, under section 222 clause A, tax treatment and last may features. So every section will be covering like this. We already completed 2 subsection 22 clause E for elephant. In this lecture we'll cover A for apple, B for ball, C for cat, D for Delhi. With this chapter of taxation of dividend also will get completed. One more point, I'll be very frank. This chapter called taxation of dividend is applicable only for those students who are writing in November 2020 examinations. If your attempt is in May 21 or November 21, this chapter is not applicable. This is out of your syllabus. And remember that this chapter is only applicable for those students who are writing in November 2020 examination. Now what is this scenario? Distribution of assets by company to shareholder. So what company started doing was, instead of directly giving dividend, they started giving assets to the shareholder. With this, the intention was to avoid DDT, dividend distribution tax. Instead of directly giving dividend to shareholder, they started giving assets, land, shares of some company to shareholders. That is called distribution of assets by company to shareholder. Value of deemed dividend is equals to fair market value of assets distributed fair market value of assets distributed or accumulated profits, nothing but reserves and surplus as of now, whether capitalized or not. Whichever is lower, that is called value of deemed dividend. क्या है वो? Fair market value of asset distribution, accumulated profits whether capitalized or not. अब logic सुनो sir. Assuming this is the balance sheet of a company, land 10 lakhs, current assets 20 lakhs, equity share capital 15 lakhs, reserves and surplus 15 lakhs, total 30, total 30. Okay. Now company gave land to shareholders whose FMV was 13 lakhs. So instead of directly giving dividend from reserves and surplus, they distributed assets to shareholder. If they distribute assets to shareholder, government clarifies that is also dividend. Even though it's not dividend, we treat it as deemed dividend. Fair market value 13 lakhs, 13 lakhs. Reserves and surplus 15 lakhs. 13 or 15, which is lower, is equals to 13. That is called value of dividend. On that, company has to pay DDT, because even though it's not a dividend, we are treating as dividend. So who has to pay the dividend distribution tax? Company has to pay the dividend distribution tax under section 115(o) at the rate of 20.5555%. Clear. Now what do you mean by accumulated profits, whether capitalized or not? यहाँ देखो, what is reserves and surplus? 15. That is called non-capitalized reserves and surplus. Now what happened? I have issued bonus shares of 5 lakhs. So equity share capital becomes 20, reserves and surplus becomes 10 lakhs. I have issued bonus shares of 5 lakhs from reserves and surplus. Accumulated profit, whether capitalized. Does equity share capital has some part of reserves and surplus which is capitalized? Yes, 5 lakhs. Capitalized or not? Free reserves and surplus are 10 lakhs. Capitalized reserves and surplus are 5 lakhs. Now also we will treat reserves and surplus as 15 lakhs. That's the meaning of accumulated profits, whether capitalized or not. Well, to either free reserves and surplus, or which is included in equity share capital because you have issued bonus shares from that reserves, and that amount also will be included in accumulated profits. We'll do an example, don't worry. यहाँ तक clear? क्या हो रहा? यहाँ तक clear? चलो, now next. So what this company started doing, sir? Instead of directly giving dividend to the shareholder, they started giving assets to shareholder. Government clarified that is how, even though that's not dividend, we treat it as dividend. Now tax treatment. What happens in the hands of company? Company will pay DDT on value of dividend at the rate of 20.555% under section 115(o). That will not change. What happens in the hands of shareholder? If the value is up to 10 lakhs, it is exempt. Greater than 10 lakhs, 115 BBDA will apply. That is, excess of 10 lakhs will be taxable at the rate of 10%. This is amount of D square, amount of deemed dividend. Under 222E, company will pay tax at 34.944%. For shareholder, it is exempt, irrespective of the amount. Under 222A, company will pay only at 20%. So shareholder up to 10 lakhs, it is exempt. More than 10 lakhs, excess of 10 lakhs is taxed with the rate of 10% and 115 babada. Clear? Features. What did shareholder receive? Shareholder received the asset. Can he sell in the market later on? Yes. Then government clarified, for shareholder, cost of acquisition of asset is equals to cost of acquisition to company. बोले तो When shareholder sells this land in future for 30 lakhs, what will be the cost to him? Cost to him will be cost to the company. Cost to the company is 10 lakhs. Cost to the company is 10 lakhs. So his capital gain will be 20 lakhs. Sale consideration 30 lakhs minus COA. COA to the shareholder will be COA to the company. That is what we are writing. Number 2, 222A will not apply in case of issue of bonus shares. Government clarified 222A will apply only when there is distribution of assets, then only this section will apply. When bonus shares are issued, assets are not distributed, so this section will not apply. Sir, I am giving you the entire concept in a chart format. kahin nahi milta aapko. Once again, let us start. What in my deemed dividend? Deemed dividend bole to technically they are not dividend, but department treat it as dividend and company has to pay the DDT. Point number 2. Which section speaks about it? 222A, B, C, D, E. E is already completed. We are starting with A, B, C, D in this session. A, distribution of assets. Instead of directly giving dividend, they are giving assets to the shareholders. We treat it as deemed dividend. Company has to pay DDT. Shareholder up to 10 lakhs exempt, more than 10 lakhs, excess of 10 lakhs taxable under the rate of 10% or 115 babda. And number 3, refer examples on page 291. Refer examples on page 291, module 1. Refer examples on page 291. Let us open that, everyone, on your screens. Can you see down? An example is given. This one. Equity share capital including bonus shares of 50,000 issued out of reserves and surplus 2.5 lakhs. So what is accumulated profits? Accumulated profit will be 2.5 lakhs plus 50,000. Accumulated profit will be 2.5 lakhs plus 50,000. 2.5 lakhs plus 50,000 gives you 3 lakhs. Company distribution assets of 2 lakhs to the shareholder, and the market value of the assets as on date of distribution is, we take the market value. So what is value of deemed dividend? FMV of distributed assets or accumulated profit to the capital. This we know as 3 lakhs. Now listen. Keep a hand here. Company distributed assets were market value 1.5 lakhs. Accumulated profits 3 lakhs. 1.5 or 3, whichever is lower, 1.5. Case 2, market value 2.5. 2.5 or 3 lakhs, which is lower, 2.5. 3 lakhs. 3 lakhs or 3 lakhs, which is lower, 3 lakhs. 4 lakhs. 4 lakhs or 3 lakhs, which is lower, 3 lakhs. Check the answer. This is market value of assets distributed or accumulated profit, whether capitalized or not, whichever is lower. On that, company will pay dividend distribution tax under section 115(o) at the rate of 20.555%. For shareholder, if the value is up to 10 lakhs, it is exempt. More than 10 lakhs, excess of 10 lakhs is taxable. However, when the shareholder sells that asset later on in the market, the cost to shareholder will be cost to the company. This is the depth I am covering for each section. I hope I am very clear with the first section under deemed dividend called 222 subclause A or subsection A. क्लियर? accumulated profit capitalized बोल तो capitalized to equity share capital or not बोल तो free reserves and surplus. Okay, that's the meaning. Copy this. प्लीज अच्छे से कॉपी करो. लास्ट 1 मिनट प्लीज अच्छे से कॉपी करो. ठीक है, चल नेक्स्ट लिसन. So we are completed with deemed dividend में 222 E for elephant and 222 A for apple. Now let's start with 222 B for ball. Now listen. Now what people's company started doing is, instead of directly giving dividend, they started distributing assets to shareholders. So government was very attentive, very active, proactive, and they introduced 222A. If you do that, we'll treat that also dividend. Now what again company started doing is, instead of directly giving dividend, they started giving debentures to shareholders, issuing debentures to shareholders. Instead of directly paying dividend, giving return to shareholders, they started issuing debentures free of cost to shareholders. So government clarified that transaction, even though it is not a dividend, we will treat it as deemed dividend. Again same headings, scenario 222B, distribution of debentures, debenture stock, deposit certificate by company to shareholders. So company started giving debentures free of cost, or this is important, you are issuing bonus shares to preference shareholders, not equity, then this section will apply. Issue of bonus shares to preference shareholders. What is value of deemed dividend? Value of debentures, or second point remains the same, accumulated profits. Andhra Pradesh nahi, accumulated profits, whether 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 capitalized or not. Accumulated profits with the capitalization, that whichever is lower is called value of dividend. What is tax treatment? You have to copy as it is of 222A. You have to copy as it is of 222A. Company have to pay DDT in the hands of up to 10 lakhs, exempt greater than 10 lakhs, 115 BBDA will apply. Exactly, you have to copy. What did shareholder receiving? Debentures. If they sell in the market in future for 10 lakhs, capital gain will apply. Yes. Sale consideration 10 lakhs. Cost will be taken as 0 because they got free of cost. As per section 55, 55 is capital gains. Capital gain में COA. Cost of acquisition of debentures in the hands of the shareholder is nil. बोलतो when shareholder sells the debentures in the market for 10 lakhs, sale consideration 10 lakhs, COA will be taken as 0 for capital gain purpose. I'm covering entire concept in one examples and so on, so that you don't get confused. Copy this please. Under 222B, distribution. So instead of directly giving debentures, or instead of directly giving dividend, 222A में they are giving assets to shareholders, we treat as dividend. They are giving debentures to shareholders, we will treat it as dividend. ठीक है, डन. We are left with two more sections only for sir. 222C for cat, 222D for Delhi, and they will do remaining problems whatever is pending. Then that will be completing the taxation of dividend topic as well. Again, I repeat, this topic is applicable only for those students writing in November 2020. Those who are writing in May 21 or November 21, this chapter is not applicable. You should not watch this video also. Okay, sure. Now we are starting 222D for Delhi. I repeat, A for apple is completed, B for ball is completed. I am not covering C for cat, I am covering D for Delhi. 222D. Distribution of assets by company. This also distribution of assets only, but it is a specific case on reduction of share capital. On reduction of share capital, what will be the entry when you distribute assets to shareholder by reducing the equity share capital, sir? The entry in the books of the company will be equity share capital account debit to asset account. When this transaction, this entry is passed in the books of accounts, this section will apply. Which is the entry we are talking about? Equity share capital account debit to asset account. That is called distribution of assets on account of reduction of share capital. That is the scenario. Value of deemed dividend you have to copy as per 222A. That is fair market value of asset distributed or accumulated profits whether capitalized or not, which is lower. Tax treatment again you have to copy as for 222A. The company has to pay DDT at the rate of 20.5555% under 115O. Shareholder up to 10 lakhs exempt, excess of 10 lakhs taxable under 115 BBDA. Features you don't have anything. Clear? So this section will apply in two conditions. You're giving assets to shareholder, but a specific scenario on reduction of share capital. That also will treat it as dividend. Copy karo please. प्लीज सर अच्छे से करो. ठीक है, हो गया. Now listen. The last section before we start, be careful. Please, sir. Now listen. Come to page 155 of your DT notes. Come to page 155 of your DT notes. You'll find this particular heading. Concept of distribution of assets by company to shareholder on liquidation, section 47 plus section 46 plus 222C. 46 is a section from capital gains which we did not cover intention because I wanted to cover here. 47 is also a section of capital gains which says those transactions are not treated as transfer. 222C is deemed dividend, we will cover. So sir, before you write all this nonsense what I'm writing on the screen, you have to copy this in your running notes once again. Even though you have in our DT notes, you have to copy it once again. Okay, मेरे को एक एक कॉन्सेप्ट को समझाने दो, then we will read one by one. Okay, now listen. Be careful, let us understand with one example, then we'll also do one problem also. चुपचाप सुनते जाओ. First you will copy from page 155 DT notes the entire chart. I'll explain that in this example. Let's start the example. Example on 222C. X and Y are equal shareholders. Friends, they started a company called XY Limited in year 1. In year 6, company went into liquidation. Company is in liquidation. Okay. This is year 6 balance sheet of XY Limited after paying all the liabilities. Land 12, cash, all are rupees in lakhs. All are rupees in lakhs. Cash 18, equity share capital 20, reserves and surplus 10. 30-30, land is 2 acres. The market value of 1 acre is 40 lakhs. Company is into liquidation. Company has paid all the outside liabilities. This is the only assets remaining now, no outside liability. This will be given to the shareholders. Company will distribute land and cash to X and Y in year 6. And Mr. X sold that land, whatever part of the land he got, for 60 lakhs in year 7. We have to understand what happens in the hands of company, what happens in the hands of shareholder. You say start, we'll start. Story clear? Company is into liquidation. Company has paid out all the outside liabilities. Company is giving the final assets to the shareholders and closing down the company officially. Tax treatment in the hands of company. Government clarified. For company, 2 sections will apply. Section 47, Section 222, Clause C. Section 47, 222. Now listen. Company is into liquidation. Company is giving the land and cash to shareholder. Yes or no? Yes, sir. In that case, who is the seller? Who is the buyer? Who is the seller? Who is the buyer? Who is giving to whom? Company is giving the land to the shareholder. So company becomes the seller, shareholder becomes the buyer. Correct? Capital gains when 2 parties are involved. Seller and buyer. Who is selling? Company is selling. Who is buying? Shareholder is buying. So capital gain will apply in the hands of seller or buyer? Seller. But Manmohan Singh clarified when the company is into liquidation and company is selling the land and its asset to shareholder, capital gain will not apply even though company is seller, because company is in no legal existence right now. Company is into no legal existence right now. So section 2047 says distribution of assets by company to shareholder is not a transfer. Not transfer, no capital gain as per section 47. किसको no capital gains? In the hands, in company's hands. No capital gain for company because there is no company, only because company is into legal closing down the company, no legal existence. Clear the logic? Now let us read from page 155 of the DT notes, which you have to copy. When I have to copy, I will tell you. Section 47. As per section 47, distribution of asset, land and cash by company to shareholder on liquidation shall not be treated as transfer in the hands of company and no capital gain. Reason, company no longer exists. यहाँ तक clear? Yes or no? Yes or no? Clear? Now listen. 222C. But Manmohan Singh clarified distribution of assets by company to shareholder on liquidation is equal to deemed dividend under 222C. बोले तो when company is liquidating and they are giving the assets to shareholder, we treat it as dividend because they are getting return on their investment at the end of the company gets liquidated. So when company distributes assets to shareholders on liquidation, that is the final return what shareholder is receiving, we treat it as deemed dividend under 222C. Technically it's not a dividend, but department treat it as dividend under 222C. So first thing, what is value of deemed dividend? What is value of deemed dividend? Come to page 155 again. Under secondary, 222C, any distribution of assets, land and cash by company to shareholders on liquidation to the extent so and so. Value of deemed dividend, FMV of asset distributed plus cash. What is company distributing? Land. How many acres? 2 acres. 1 acre FMV is 40 lakhs. So 2 acres into 40 lakhs plus cash. Cash is 18 lakhs. That is called FMV of asset distributed. 2 acres of land. 1 acre is 40 lakhs. 40 into 2, 80 plus 18, or accumulated profits, capitalized, accumulated or not, capitalized or not, accumulated or not. That is reserves and surplus. That is 10 lakhs. Whichever is lower, 10 lakhs. Whichever is lower, 10 lakhs. On this, company will pay DDT. 10 lakhs into 20.555%, जो भी आंसर रहता, 2,05,550. Am I clear in the hands of company? Am I clear in the hands of company, please? So when will this concept apply? Liquidation. Company is into liquidation and company is distributing the assets to the shareholder and closing down the company. because they have paid all the outside liabilities they're giving. But when it happens, company is a seller, buyer is a shareholder, but will not tax the company even though he is a seller, because there is no legal existence. That's the reason a section was introduced in capital gains called section 46, and we will tax the buyer. This is like reverse charge mechanism in GST. Generally, supplier pays the tax to government. Reverse charge in 9.3 and 9.4, recipient pays. Here 90, every case में seller will pay the capital gain tax, but in this case buyer will pay the capital gain tax. Who is the buyer? Shareholder. Under which section? 4646. 4646. We'll be covering that. यहाँ तक क्लियर? यहाँ तक क्लियर प्लीज? Okay. Now this was in the hands of company. Now let us continue. Tax treatment in the hands of shareholder. Assuming I am Mr. X, one of the shareholders. Same answer will come for Y also, but I am assuming I am Mr. X. Year 6, year 7. Year 6 में I got the land and cash. Year 7 में I am selling the land. Be careful with the values please. ठीक है? Now listen. Year 6. Section 46 says capital gain will apply to shareholder. When will that happen? When it is distribution of asset by company to shareholder on liquidation. Technically here shareholder is the buyer, not seller. Still capital gain will apply. That is like reverse charge mechanism in GST. Whenever capital gain apply, you have to follow the pro forma. Sale consideration. Sale consideration. FMV of assets distributed. Plus cash minus deemed dividend under 222C. This is the formula you have to remember for sale consideration. चुपचाप सुनते जाओ. What is FMV of asset distributed? 40. Now listen. Who am I? I am Mr. X. How many acres of land? 2 acres. How many acres will I get? I'll get only 1 acre, because 1 acre I'll get, 1 acre Y will get. I am Mr. X. So FMV of 1 acre is 40. There are 2 acres. One will be given to X, one will be given to Y. So I will get only 40 lakhs. Correct? No. So that is 40 lakhs plus cash. Cash you have 18. 9 I will get, 9 Y will get, plus 18 into half. Yes or no? Minus deemed dividend. What is the value of deemed dividend we got? 10 lakhs. 10 lakhs is deemed dividend, out of which half I will get, half Y will get. That is 10 lakhs into 1 by 2. Now listen, why are we deducting deemed dividend? Because government assumes this amount includes the dividend itself. Whatever you are receiving includes dividend, on which company has already paid the tax. That's the reason we are deducting dividend here. This asset and cash is nothing but dividend to you, on which DDT has been paid by the company on some amount. We are deducting that. नहीं समझ में तो छोड़ दो, बाय हार्ट करना पड़ता. Whatever asset you received, whatever cash you received, minus value of deemed dividend with respect to your share. My share is 50%. So कितना आ रहा है? 40 plus 18 minus 10 divided by 2, 24 lakhs is your sale consideration. is your sale consideration. Now, period of holding. When did Mr. X invest in the company? Year 1. Year 6 May he is getting back. It is a long term. So cost or index cost? Index cost. Now listen. What is equity share capital? 20 lakhs. Bolto X and Y together invested 20 lakhs. How much X invested? X must have invested half amount. So 20 lakhs into 1 by 2. That is 10 lakhs. Into CII of year 6 by CII of year 1. CIIs are given here. Year 100, year 6 147, year 7 200. So 6 by 1 will be 147 by 100. Will be 14.7. 9.3 will be long term capital gain. This is in year 6. This is in year 6. So मेरे को formula बोला of sale consideration FMV of asset distributed plus cash minus deemed dividend under 222. See year 7 में क्या हुआ? Mr. X sold the land. Sale of land. Okay. When did X got the land? Year 6. When did he sell? Year 7. This is the year in which he got. This is the year in which he sold. So it is short term. Sale consideration, I gave it here. Mr. X sold land for 60 lakhs in year 7 here. So sale consideration is 60 lakhs. And government clarified COA will be the fair market value of land when you got the land. COA will be fair market value of the land when you receive the land. That is nothing but 40 lakhs. And the difference will be 20 is short term capital gain. So आपको लिखना कैसा है सुन लो सर अभी प्लीज सुन लो. First you will go to page 155 of your DT notes where you have 3 sections 47, 46 and 222C. You will copy that. I'll give you time right now. Then you will copy this example and then we'll do one problem also on this particular which was recently asked for 10 marks. Now let me read. What does 47 says? 47 says when company distributes assets to shareholders on liquidation. For company, it is not a transfer even though company is seller and shareholder is buyer. No transfer, no capital gains because company is no longer into existence. 222 says even okay, but whatever company is giving at the end, we will treat it as dividend and company has to pay DDT on a value. How do I get the value? FMV of asset distributed plus cash or accumulated which is lower on that company will pay at the rate of 20.555%. What does 46 says? 46 says when company is giving asset to shareholder on liquidation. 47 says it is not transferred to company, no capital gain to company, but 46 says it is a capital gain to the shareholder even though he is the buyer. Why it is capital gain? Understand the logic. गवर्नमेंट का लॉजिक है ईयर 1 में X invested shares, year 6 में he is giving back the shares and taking land and cash. It's like exchange barter system is happening. Year 1 में he invested, got shares. Year 6 में company is into liquidation, he is giving back the shares and taking the land and cash from the company. That is nothing but a barter system. So capital gain will apply in the hands of shareholder. Let us read. As per section 46, distribution of assets by company to shareholders on liquidation shall be taxable and capital gain in the hands of shareholder. Sale consideration FMV of asset received, that is 40 acres of land for Mr. X. Cash 18 ka half minus value of deemed dividend into percentage of shareholding. My percentage was 50% here. COA will be actual cost, how much I actually invested, 20 lakhs, 20 lakhs ka half will be 10 lakhs for Mr. X and 10 lakhs for Mr. Y. इससे डेप्थ में I cannot explain you the most important concept for capital for dividend after 222E. This is the most important section. 222C read with 47 and read with section 46. Capital gains and taxation of dividend linking topic बोलते हैं इसको. So पहले चुपचाप कॉपी करो. Yeah, I'll be back in 10 minutes. Till then, copy the DT notes from page 155. Those as it is. You want to copy, better copy. Its choice is yours, but better you copy. Then copy this example. Then we'll go to tax sheet in the hands of shareholder. Then we'll do problems also on particular concept. Okay. 10 minutes I'm giving you to copy this. Please start copying. I'll be back in 10 minutes. check. यहाँ तक done, sir. So I hope you copied the provisions from page 155 of the DT notes. If you have not copied, choice is yours. And this is the example. This is the example. ठीक है, यहाँ तक clear. This is still the tax statement in the hands of company. Then we'll do tax statement in the hands of shareholder also. Then we'll do one problem also. ठीक है, चलो. If it's not done, please pause the video and can copy. Now this is in the hands of shareholder, please. One shareholder X, same will apply for Y also, provided he also sells for 60 lakhs. This will remain the same. This will remain the same for Mr. Y also. This will depend at what value he is selling. If we sell for 60 for X and Y, the answer remains the same. But I did for Mr. X, who holds 50% shareholding. So लिख लो यहाँ, दिमाग खराब ही ना. Half shareholder, 50% shareholder. प्लीज सर अच्छे से कॉपी करो. चलो स्टार्ट करें सर. हो गया? लास्ट 1 minute कॉपी कर लो. We'll do one recent examination problem, then we'll do case laws on 222E. 222E case law from the case law material we have. Then we'll do the remaining problems that will be winding up taxation of dividend topic as well. We have two types of dividend: actual dividend, deemed. Deemed we have 5 sections: A, B, C, D, E. Okay, remember that. We are covering C for cat now. E for elephant is already completed. We are covering C for cat. Chalo, now listen. Fine, listen now. Come to your module 1, question number 20, page 302. Question number 20, page 302, module 1. Question number 20, page 302, module 1. This was asked in November 2016 for 10 marks. Be careful with the question, then I'll start. I'll only do the problem. Mr. Raghu purchased 10,000 equity shares of a private company on 25 May 4 for rupees 1,20,000. The company went into liquidation on 31/7/2018. The following is the summarized financial position: 60,000 equity shares of rupees 10 each, general reserve, liability for income tax, urban agriculture land 22, cash at bank 32. The assets remaining after discharging liability for income tax will distribute to shareholders in the proportion of their shareholding. The market value of agriculture land is 60 lakhs. Book value is 22, market value 60. Agriculture land receipt as above was sold by Raghu for 15 lakhs. Discuss the tax implication in the hands of the company and Mr. Raghu. CIAs are 2004-5 and 18-19 are given. Okay, now be careful. Simple way में समझाता हूँ. अब सुनो पहला. What is cash balance we have? 32,14,305. Do we have still any outstanding outside third party liability? Yes, liability for income tax. So लिखो net cash available A minus B. बोलते what is cash available? First I'll pay the statutory payments. So 32,14,305 minus 814,305. 24 lakhs is the net cash available. Clear? First you will pay the outside. Now this land and this cash is given to shareholders because third party liability is also already completed. There is no outstanding outside liabilities. Now we will start the concept. Yeah, that's clear. The only point is extra point is income tax liability. First you will pay the income tax liability, then whatever balance remaining will be distributed to shareholder depending upon the proportion of shareholding. Okay, now listen. Keep the material in front of you, everyone on the screen. You have to explain these 3 sections in exam. That is 47, 222C, 46 in exam. Then TT, tax treatment. First in the hands of ABNU Private Limited. 47 says distribution of asset by company to shareholder on liquidation on is not a transfer. No transfer, no capital gain. किसको no capital gain? Company के लिए it's not a capital gain because company is into liquidation. Seller will not pay, buyer will pay here. But 222C, value of D square deemed dividend is equals to fair market value of assets distributed plus cash. Market value of land is 60 lakhs plus cash distributed, net cash available 24 lakhs, or accumulated profit, that is general reserve 40 lakhs, whichever is lower is equals to 40 lakhs. Am I clear? So how do I get value of deemed dividend? FMV of asset distributed plus cash distributed, or reserves and surplus that accumulate profit whether capitalized or not, which is lower. On this, company will pay DDT 40 lakhs, pay 20.5555%. ठीक है, that is 40 into 20.555%, 8 lakhs 22,200. This completes from company's point of view. This completes from company's point of view. Next, what is date of liquidation? Just for my knowledge, date of liquidation is given as 31st July 2018. Okay, so as per the problem, we are in financial year 18-19 and assessment year 19-20. Because this is date of liquidation, we will take that year as financial year 18-19, assessment year 19-20. ठीक है, next, now listen. Raghu, when did he invest in shares? He invested in shares on 25/5/2004. When is he getting that land and cash? On the date of liquidation, that is 31st July, but we'll take 1 day minus 30th July 18, which is definitely a long-term capital asset. Okay, so first we'll talk about sale consideration. Formula we know. Formula क्या है? FMV of the land. FMV of the land is 60 lakhs plus cash amount 24 lakhs minus value of deemed dividend 40 lakhs into percentage of shareholding. In my example it was 50%. That's why we do 1/2, 1/2, 1/2. I will take the total and I will do the percent of shareholding. What is 60 lakhs? FMV of land. 24 lakhs cash distributed minus deemed dividend. That is what I hope you have written. यहाँ देखो in this chart, sale consideration, FMV of asset 60 lakhs, cash 24 lakhs, value of deemed dividend 40 lakhs into percentage of shareholding. Now what is percentage of shareholding? Everyone on the screen, underline 10,000 equity shares, underline here 60,000 equity shares, and write percentage of shareholding of Raghu 10,000 by 60,000 into 100, 16.67% or 1/6. लिखो please. Percentage of shareholding of Raghu 10,000 shares by 60,000 shares, nothing but 16.67% or 1/6. ठीक है, so whatever is the value इंटू 1/6 करो, कितना आ रहा? 84 minus 40 divided by 6, 7,33,333. Short term or long term? Long term. So it is ICOA. CIIs are directly given 280 by 113. Now listen. Now listen. What is equity share capital value? 6 lakhs. 6 lakhs, no. How much is my shareholding? 1/6. So how much I invested? 1 lakh. That is my cost. But problem clarifies. He purchased for 1,20,000. बोले तो he subscribed shares worth 1 lakh, for which he paid 1,20,000, but nothing but 20,000 the premium he paid. So his cost will be 1.2 lakhs. Had this 1.2 lakhs was not given in the problem, I would have taken the cost as 6 lakhs into 1/6. But this 1.2 is specifically given. It means he purchased the shares at a premium of 20,000. His cost will not be 1 lakh. His cost will be 1.2 lakhs. Remember that. So 1,20,000 into 280 by 113. 2,97,345. Deduct 4,35,988 is your long term capital gain. Second, there is also sale of land. Period of holding. When did he get the land? He got on 31st July 18. When did he sell the land? 28th February. I'll take 1 day minus 27th February 19, which is definitely short term. Sale consideration of the land given 15 lakhs. Cost will be the fair market value when he received the land. Fair market value is 60 lakhs. But he did not receive 60 lakhs is the value of entire land, but he received only 1/6 of it into 1/6, 10 lakhs. So balance is 5 lakhs, which is short term capital gain. Assuming the land is of 6 acres, assuming not given, assuming 6 acres land is 60 lakhs, he will receive only 1 acre land which he is selling. So 1 acre cost will be considered, not 6 acres cost, because he got only 1 acre. No, ये सब डेप्थ में पूछ रहा है एग्जाम में. ऑल दिस नाउ फॉर विच इन डेप्थ concepts are required. Only you in entire India can solve this kind of problems. I can bet on this. Read the problem once. Chalo. Please read the problem once. Quick. Then only start copying. Re bhai. Irritate nako karo khali pili. First read the problem. Then only start copying. First read the problem. Please, 3 minutes here. Start copying. Please, now you can start copying the problem, please. Sure. Fine. हो गया? चलो, now listen. ठीक है? Now listen. लास्ट 1 मिनट सर, अच्छे से कॉपी कर लो. चलो, now listen. If it's not done, please pause the video and continue copying, sir. Listen. Now let us continue the problems. We'll wind up the topic. Come to page 306, question number 26. So these problems includes on section 222A or B or C or D or E, whatever it is. Okay, be careful. 26. November 2018, old syllabus. SSC X and Sons holds 30% shares in PQR Limited. It's more than 10%. During the previous year, he received loan from a company. Whenever company gives loans on advance to company to a shareholder holding more than 10%, 222E will apply. Company has to pay tax at 34.944% on that value or advance amount or accumulated profit which is lower. The AO treated the loans or received as deemed under 222 in the assessment of HUF. Okay. The company declares annual return that loan was given to HUF, but the share certificate were issued in the name of Karta, that is Mr. X. Is the action of AO correct? Definitely correct. Because whenever a company gives loans or advance to shareholder can be in the name of individual or HUF holding 10%, then 222E will apply. So before going through all these problems, please go through provisions of 222E from your notebook. Then all these problems becomes easy for you guys. 25. Discuss whether liability to TDS arise in the following cases. Luminous Private Limited, whose accumulated profits are 20 lakh reserves and surplus, wants to disburse a loan of 25 lakhs. Loan amount is 25, reserves and surplus is 20, which is lower is 20 lakhs. To Mrs. Nisha, a shareholder holding 20%, it's more than 10%. So 222E will apply. Can the entire amount of loan be disbursed to shareholder keeping in mind the provisions of Income Tax Act? Waste fellow, if you give the as an amount to shareholder as advance or loan, company has to pay tax at 34.944% under section 222E. You should not do that. The finance manager feels that being this a purely loan transaction, there is no bar on disbursing the entire amount. Is his view correct? Pitchy finance manager. He does not know income tax. I don't know from where he took DT coaching. 222E will apply. Company has to pay tax at 34.944%. And for shareholder, that amount is exempt. That is what is given here. यहाँ का आंसर पढ़ लो. मैं वापिस पढ़ रहा हूँ. To do all these kind of problems, you should have knowledge of 222E properly. Then only you can solve. ठीक है. Next, 24. 24 is review. 23. Listen now. 23. Remember. Only simple way I'll explain. Whether into your tea business, coffee business, or rubber business, these companies are liable to pay DDT also. When a tea company declares dividend, I hope you know tea company ke liye only 40% is taxable, 60% is agriculture income exempt, but for them DDT applies on the entire dividend amount. For example, they are declaring dividend of 30 lakhs. They have to pay DDT on 30 lakhs only. They can't say 30 lakhs ka 60% is exempt, 30 lakhs ka 40%, 12 lakhs mein I will pay DDT. No, they have to pay DDT on the entire amount of dividend declared. Income tax portion or percentage is exempt, and tax will apply only on the 40%. That is income tax. Income tax is a separate tax. DDT is a separate tax. Dividend distribution tax they have to pay on the entire amount of dividend, whether they into tea business, rubber business, or coffee business. Just write the answer here. Tea, coffee, rubber liable to pay DDT on the entire dividend amount. tea, coffee, rubber, liable to pay DDT on entire dividend amount. Liable to pay DDT on entire dividend amount. ठीक है, चलो यहाँ तक क्लियर। क्वेश्चन नंबर 22, क्वेश्चन नंबर 22, लिसन, आंसर लिखो। रिफर केस लॉ, केस वीर विक्रम वेद, पेज 14, केस लॉ मटेरियल। रिफर केस वीर VIR विक्रम वेद, पेज 14, केस लॉ मटेरियल। Vir Vikram Ved, page 14, case law material. That you have to write. Let us go to that particular case law here. This is page 14 down, Vir Vikram Ved. Here what happened, listen, then you can note it, read the case law. Read the question and answer also given. I am a shareholder. I have 3-floor building. I have given to the company on rent. Super. Company is paying rent to me. No problem. Company wants to expand the business. They constructed the 4th floor. They constructed the 4th floor and company incurred the expenses. Department said when 4th floor was constructed, it is an indirect benefit to the shareholder because now he is the owner of 4th floor building. That indirect benefit is also dividend and company has to pay tax under 222E. Supreme Court held West Fellow 222E will apply only if any loan is given to shareholder. In this case, company constructed the 4th floor and the amount was paid to the builder for the construction. Nowhere shareholder was involved. Nowhere company gave any loan or advance to shareholder. Company directly gave the construction expenses to the builder for the 4th floor. 222E will not apply. Read the question now. Can repairs and renovation expenses, 4th floor, incurred by company in respect of premises leased out by shareholder? Shareholder is the owner of the building, 3 floors, gave to company on rent. Company constructed the 4th floor for the expansion purpose. 222E will not apply. Betrays deemed dividend. And the conclusion is, High Court held that repairs and renovation expense in respect of premises occupied by the company cannot be treated as deemed dividend in the hands of shareholder being the owner of the building. But it's not deemed dividend. If it's not deemed dividend, 222E will not apply. Will not apply. Now read the question. Same question hai. Please read the question, please. ठीक है, क्वेश्चन पढ़ लिया था, आंसर वही रहता सर, डोंट वरी. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन 21. दिस यू टेक इट एज रिव्यू. रिव्यू बोलते आंसर इज गिवन, यू हैव टू जस्ट रीड, एवरीथिंग इज कवर्ड बाय मी. ओके, 20 इज कंप्लीटेड, 19 इसके लिए लिखो रिफर case Pradeep Manhotra, Pradeep Kumar Manhotra. Page 15, case law material. That's the answer, which I'll explain now. लिख लो ये पहले. Refer case Pradeep Kumar Manhotra, page 15, case law material. Pradeep Kumar Manhotra, page number 15, 15, case law material. Now listen. Now listen. Come to page 15. This one, Pradeep Kumar Manhotra. Now listen what happened here. Please suno. Then you can take it. Suno. I am a shareholder. Company took a loan for business purpose. I, the shareholder, gave my property as a guarantee, property documents to the bank as a guarantor. But if company defaults, I will be paying the amount on behalf of the company because I'm the shareholder. Company said, management said, shareholder, thank you for your help. We will definitely remember your help. Company took loan from a bank. Shareholder gave property documents as guarantee. After few years, I, the shareholder, wanted money. I cannot sell my property because the documents are with the bank. I asked company, if you remember 3-4 years back, I helped you when you needed your help. I need your help. Please give me some amount for some medical emergency. Company gave a loan to the shareholder to give back the benefit what he gave to the company 3-4 years back. Now question is, giving loan by company to shareholder, by giving back that benefit or returning the favor, will be treated as dividend under 222E. Supreme Court held it is not dividend because the intention was not to avoid DDT. Intention was to give back the favor, as the shareholder cannot sell the property because the property documents are with the bank. Now listen. Can a loan or advance given to shareholder by company in return of an advantage? What advantage? When company took loan, I helped the company by giving my property documents as a guarantor and the guarantee. Conferred on the company by shareholder be deemed as dividend in the hands of the shareholder. Supreme Court said no. Therefore, the said advance cannot be treated as deemed dividend in the hands of shareholder under 222E. If you write these three in the exam, the facts, observations and conclusions, then you will get 4 marks in the exam. As it is likhna in your own language, that's okay for me. If you read the question now, it will be the same amount. When company needed help, as a shareholder, I gave my property as a mortgage, but later on I want money, I cannot sell my property, I took a help from the company by an advance or loan, then on that 222E will not apply. I am not telling. Supreme Court held in a very famous judgment, Pradeep Kumar Manhotra case law. Please read the question now. चलो ठीक है, next. Question 18 is completed. 17 is also completed. 16 is also completed. You can check it out. 15 and 14 is also completed. 11 completed. Come to 10 and write same as question 20 for practice. Just now we did 222C with 47 plus 46, that is distribution of assets by company to shareholder on liquidation. Same, you have to answer about the same concept. Please check it out. Question number 9 is done, 8 is done. Question number 6, remember always dividend income up to 10 lakhs is exempt. Correct. Any expenses incurred to earn exempt income is not allowed. Remember this rule forever. Government says when we are not taxing you on the income, expenses incurred to earn exempt income also will not be allowed. So if the income is exempt, any expenses incurred to earn the exempt income also will not be allowed. That is what given in page number, question number 6. In this question, he received a dividend income of 1 lakh and he incurred 85,000 expenses to earn that income. 1 lakh is exempt. 85,000 expenses incurred to earn 1 lakh will not be allowed because the income is only expense. Expenses will be called dead expenses, which cannot be allowed under Income Tax Act. 1 lakh is exempt because it's up to 10 lakhs. Please read the problem. Question number 6. Okay, next. Question 5, I told you it's same as question 18. Question 5 is same as question 18. You can check it out. And other questions please strike off because those are outdated questions. Whatever you have in page 294, all you strike off. Whatever you have in page 295 also you strike off because those are outdated, sir, which are around 20 years, 25 years questions which are not relevant in the current attempt for your examination. So please understand there are two types of dividend, actual and deemed. Deemed may be have 5 sections A, B, C, D, E. Okay, now listen. Come to your case law material, page 14. You will find income from other sources. First case law, Parle Plastics Limited. This is on a deemed dividend. 222E will apply only for private companies or unlisted public companies, and they should not be into banking business or money lending business. When do I say they are into banking business, money lending business? Minimum 50% of your income should come from interest income. Substantial income should come from interest income, then it is called they are into money lending, banking, and 222E will not apply. That is as per this case law. Since lending of business was substantial part of the business of the lending company, money given by way of to SSC could not be treated as dividend, because even if it's a private company, unlisted company, but you are into money lending or banking business, 222E will not apply, provided your substantial interest income is coming from interest income, that is minimum 50% of your income is coming from interest income. 222E provisions will not apply, which I told you already. That is as per Parle Plastics Limited case law. Second case law is Veer Vikram Ved, which is completed. Third is Pradeep Kumar Manotra, completed. Ambassador Travels Private Limited, which I covered in the class also, in the sessions also. Company is into cement manufacturing. I am a shareholder. I am into limestone business also. I am a shareholder also. I have a separate limestone business. Company entered agreement with me that I will provide limestone to the company for manufacturing of cement, because limestone is one of the raw materials. for which company gave an advance to me. On those advances also 222E will not apply because that is not given advance to a shareholder but to a supplier for supply of goods. 222E will not apply. Would the provisions will apply in respect of financial transactions entered into a normal course of business? Answer is no. We covered this. Manju and Co. This will be taken up in taxation of non-resident chapter in module 2. Manju and Co. का case law. Okay. Now listen. Come to page 157. Page 157. You will find this tree. Differences between 222 A, B, C, D and E. Under 222 A, B, C and D, company will pay DDT at 20.555%. Under 222 E, company will pay tax at the rate of 34.944%. 222 A, B, C, D, accumulate profits whether capitalized or not will take. Here we will take only non-capitalized accumulated profits. Section 1034 and 115 BBDA will apply to shareholder. Here 1034 will apply, 115 BBDA will not apply because here company is paying tax at 20%, balance 10%, shareholder will pay provided exceeds 10 lakhs. Here companies are already paying at 34.944%, exempt for shareholder. This 222 ABCD applies to all companies whether private or public, listed or unlisted, widely or closely held. 222E will apply only for closely held. ABCD will apply for private, public unlisted, public listed. 222E will apply only for private and public unlisted. This is the chart for dividend from the shareholders point of view. You can check it out under page 157. So the two types of actual and deemed. Deemed में there are 5 sections A, B, C, D, E. A, B, C, D we have a similar provision. E we have a different provision. Deemed dividend both technically it is not dividend, but we treat it as dividend. So if we treat it as dividend, company has to pay tax. If it comes under A, B, C, D, 20.555%. If it comes under E, 34.944%. And majority point cases में, majority examinations में 222E only he will test you in the examination. E for elephant. Majority, it's not a rule. Majority 222E ही पूछता हूँ एग्जाम में आपको. Okay. Now listen, you can say like this, just for my knowledge. Distribution of asset by company to shareholder on liquidation, 222C will apply. On reduction of equity share capital, 222D will apply. Any other case, 222A will apply. So out of 5 sections of deemed dividend, A, B, C, D, E, 3 sections speaks about giving assets to shareholders. If it is on liquidation, C will apply. Reduction of share capital, D will apply. If they do not fall under this and normally you are giving the asset to shareholder, A will apply. So out of 5 sections of deemed dividend, 3 sections are on distribution of asset. Government says, why are you giving assets to shareholder? Give dividend. We know that you don't want to give dividend because you have to pay DDT. But the rule now is, even if you give assets, we will treat it as dividend only. And you have to pay DDT. So don't do overaction, directly give dividend only. So there are 3 sections which speaks about giving assets to shareholders by company. On liquidation C, reduction of share capital D, any other case A. Write as a note point somewhere. Please write as a note point somewhere. ठीक है. So this completes taxation of dividend topic also. Last time I am repeating, this chapter is applicable only for those students who are writing in November 2020 examination. Though writing May 21, November 21, this chapter is deleted by ICAI for your examination. No confusions. Thank you. Have a nice day.